everyone, and welcome to the Burrito podcast, where you come for all your fucking game news. It's your favourite. I'm Hazz.
I'm Jordan.
He's our wonderful editor, the man from the ceiling, fallen down, fresh to the carpet. So today we thought we'd do a quick episode where we could discuss some of our most exciting moments coming up for E3. So let's get into it. It's time for us to talk about games. New ones. Did I mention that they're new? What are some of the things that you're excited for, J-Man?
So there's excited for and what I hope is going to happen.
Okay.
So there's talk of like Watch Dogs Legion, which I'm not really that excited about. Game Pass coming to PC.
Yes.
It's going to be a big one because there are a lot of Xbox games that I've just not had the chance to play that I'd love to on PC, which would be great.
It's weird. They've made it cheaper. It's literally half the price of the Game Pass on the Xbox.
So it's more expensive to buy an Xbox.
Yes. And then £8 a month as opposed to £4 a month to have it on the PC.
That makes literally zero sense.
No. I don't know if it's like Microsoft are trying to push people more.
Trying to get them on board.
Yeah, maybe they're going to start planning like more of a streaming thing for the PC, you know, like the Stadia. I'm not going to get into the Stadia today because they did their own separate thing and we had quite an episode on that a few weeks ago.
Stadia to Dadia.
Yes, so I have mixed feelings on the Stadia, but yes, we'll leave that for now. Yeah, I don't know why they've done it like that. I think it's pretty odd. Maybe they're trying to push people that have already obviously got a PC. It's like, oh, well, it's only £4, I may as well try it. And then they're hoping that people won't remember that they've got a subscription. And
it's fresh customers, isn't it? Opposed to people already there. What's the point of lowering it down if people are already paying it?
Yeah.
Unless you want to get new people in.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't make much sense.
No, it doesn't. Maybe they'll raise it after a year or something.
Whack it up.
Yes. Whack it up, whack it in. Charge me the bin.
But I'm really hoping. I think Rockstar have said that they're not going to be at E3, which is a shame. But because I've just finished Red Dead 2, which I am so upset that I finished it because I wanted more. Give me more.
Did you do the DLC?
There's what?
Aha! Yeah, there's a zombie DLC
On Red Dead 2? Mm-hmm. Oh, that was on Red Dead 1,
Is it
right?
1?
1, yeah.
That was 2.
Undead Nightmare.
Is that
Red
one?
Dead
Oh,
1.
right, maybe. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking 2 was the last one. I thought the new one was 3.
No, but yeah, I've just finished that. But there's been rumours, which are unconfirmed, and I reckon will just be complete lies, that Bully 2 is in the works.
Yeah,
and I would love that.
I've seen a poster, though.
Well, it's the girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, which that would be an interesting take, because I wouldn't know what to expect.
In the days of very, very politically correct people, I don't know if a bully game would work.
Well, yeah, but it's a game, isn't it?
I know it's a game,
yeah.
I get that. But how can you have, like, the characters giving insults to other people? It'll just be like, that's racist, that's incorrect, you can't say that.
Listen here, and that should beep
continuously. Beep the whole thing, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm struggling to see how that'll work. I know that Microsoft have announced that they'll be showing 14 Microsoft Studio games at E3. 14.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, yeah. And I have posted to the Facebook and the Twitter the whole timetable for the whole conference and broken down into each time zones as well. So make sure to go there and check that out if you want to get that. That's at Grief Burrito on pretty much fucking everywhere. Why have Sony pulled out? That makes me feel strange.
Yeah, that was a strange thing to say. Why has Sony pulled out?
Why have they pulled out? Don't leave.
Why didn't you look at me?
You've already got an Uber.
You had it pre-booked? What? Yeah, I don't know. Sony are a bit shifty. It's weird because they have really great studios that make some really good stuff.
Yeah.
However, there's always that kind of been in a lot of fiascos. So I don't know.
Like the whole Konami and...
there's just... I don't know how I feel about them. I love the games that they actually are part of, but there's a whole shifty side to them where I'm just like, I kind of want them away from a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Don't interfere.
I completely understand. Like, I'm not a PlayStation person. I play. I've always been Nintendo and Xbox, but Jono did give me a PlayStation 3, so I've got a couple of games that I'm going to start playing through. But mainly, the main reason I'm annoyed is because I wanted to know what was going on with Death Stranding. Like, I want to know what's going on in the game because I have nothing. Like we said last time, you just walk.
Yeah, I don't think anyone knows what's going on with
goopy men.
Goopy mans and babies.
Baby mans.
I don't, genuinely, if I watch that trailer another 50 times, I'll still have no fucking idea what is going on.
Because, like, why is Mads Mikkelsen's character at one point this weird, like, demon soldier guy coming out of oil who's impervious to fire, and then the next time he's like a scientist in a lab smoking at a baby?
Well, it could be vaping a baby.
Vapid, bitch.
And then, it could be like Metal Gear Solid 5, and it's just like there are two different ones, maybe. I don't know.
Right, okay. Yeah,
it could
maybe.
be that one of them's had surgery to look like the other.
Yeah. I started that game and I was like, I don't know what the fuck. I'm lost already.
Whatever's coming out of that guy's head, Hideo Kojima, like, he's a genius, but also at the same time, like, just take a. This is him, like, basically unchained. He can do what he wants.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm excited and concerned.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some weird stuff maybe.
Yeah, this is gonna be odd. Very odd.
Yeah, weird. I watched Bronson last night. With Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
And the director of that is this random Danish guy who always has Mads Mikkelsen in his films, like he did Valhalla Rising and another one. This guy is actually in Death Stranding with Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, right.
The director. And my whole week's like looped together and it's just like, this is fucking weird. And like everyone's been talking about Faith No More the past couple of days to me as well. I put the CD in my car and then Helen was listening to him at work and then a guy came in my shop and was like, Harrison, do you know a band called Faith No More? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is everyone suddenly into Faith No More?
I don't really know much about Faith No More, apart from I love The Darkness, and the guy who does The Darkness's voice is the singer from Faith No More.
Oh, is it Mike Patton?
Yeah, but I listened to... There's
voice.
There's a video on YouTube where it shows in the game audio versus the recordings of his voice. Yeah. You can't tell they're the same person.
Really?
There's so much work done to it.
No
it's
way.
like, maybe he's got a really cool voice, and I looked at it, I was like, I'm never listening to you again.
No. He does have a really cool voice though, actually. He sings in so many different styles. He's known for... He's got a bigger vocal range than Axl Rose. Like, really, he can go really, really high and really, really low.
Not as good as Corey Taylor, though.
No, not that good.
Numero uno.
Nemo. So, there's a couple of games that I'm massively excited for. One is Halo Legends.
Okay.
Yes. I've started playing through the Master Chief Collection online, and I'm fucking loving it. Like, I was in the vibes. I was really loving it. I played Halo 1 and 3 online, which I was getting fucking battered. I'm not good at those ones anymore. Halo 4, I'm still great. Like, I was playing SWAT, and it was just like jumping headshots in the air. I was like, fuck this, fuck you. But yeah, the other ones, very difficult.
I used to be god tier at Halo 3 back in the day.
I used to love Halo 3 as well. We used to play it all the time. I remember having we had about 6 or 7 people come over to mine and bring their Xboxes, and they brought all the
LAN
TVs.
Party.
Yeah, and we all just connected them together. It was great. And Gears 5 is something I initially wasn't sure about it. I didn't know if I was excited or not. But I started Gears 3 again yesterday because I wanted to see if I could get myself on board that hype cold train, as it were.
Cold train,
baby! Woo! And it's still a really enjoyable campaign. Have you played Gears 3?
No, I played Gears 1 and 2.
Right. Okay.
And I kind of, after 2, I thought this is enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy with that. I might have played 3 actually. I can't remember.
It starts on a ship. It starts with like a big set piece opening, like you're on this big ship and you've got to defend it against this giant Leviathan thing. It's a really cool opening for a game.
Maybe not. It's one of those where after 2, I was pretty happy with what had been done. Yeah. And then I saw about Judgment and
they're not the best.
Yeah, it just kind of... I didn't want it to do the same thing where Assassin's Creed did. So Assassin's Creed started out, they said, we're not going to do any more than 3 games because we don't want to dilute the story.
Yep.
Which was a fucking lie. We're then going to... we're gonna take the crossbow out of the first game because it wasn't period accurate, which now they've got fucking fights with flaming horses and shit.
Yeah, and gods and everything.
Yeah, and it's just why did you not just stick to your plan? Because Assassin's Creed isn't a massively well-renowned game series anymore. Because
not anymore.
They've dropped off the curve of what they were meant to be. And it's just Ubisoft
it's the same
being
thing
greedy.
they churn out every year, though, isn't it? It's always just...
Well, it's just another COD, isn't it?
Liberate this bit, this bit.
It's the same as Far Cry and Call of Duty in my eyes, where it's just they just keep doing the same thing, and it's not worth it.
There's nothing new coming to them.
No.
Although in the new one, Odyssey, you can do the Sparta kick from 300, and that is so fucking fun.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, in every fight, just Sparta! Just fucking kicking people.
Oh, I finished God of War as well.
Yeah,
that was
mate.
Shocker.
Mate.
Loved it.
I haven't played it yet.
Mate, if you get a PS4, I have so many games I can just lend you. I've finished so many. I'm trying to get through stuff. I've had to send my PC back.
Yeah, it's getting it fixed.
Yeah, £2,000. Yeah, they can't make it work properly.
Let down. Don't know, my fucking MSI laptop, that's starting to be weird. As
unreal.
soon as the warranty runs out, it's oh fuck, everything's wrong! Yeah. So, we're on about Gears as well, weren't we? I felt, if you can play it, I'd recommend it.
Yep.
The online is really, really good. It's probably the best online that there were through the Gears ones, other than the first one, which was the sort of the core mechanic of the game, which is the cover-based shooter stuff. I did notice that the max ammo for the Lancer is 420. And I never noticed that before, and I was like, that's definitely fucking intentional. Like, you guys knew what you were doing there.
That is so good.
Anything, it should have just like flashed green or something.
Active reload.
Yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. Like, something that I think that Epic did really well with, like, especially like the legacy characters and stuff, is that all of them are really individual and stood out in those campaigns. You know, like Coltrane and like Marcus and Dom, they all were like, and Baird, they were very, very. I found them quite interesting characters, and especially if you read the books, they definitely tied that in a lot with the books, and like I feel that that's something they've struggled with the new ones, like Judgment and 4. I didn't really feel any connection with the characters in those.
4's his son, isn't it?
Yeah.
Marcus's son.
Yeah.
So you've not. Well, you go through the characters, like you go through the story with them. In the first and second one, from what I saw.
Yeah.
And it becomes like you know them.
Yeah.
Whereas with, like, I understand with 4, you kind of drop with JD, and it's like, let's go for it. And it's like, he has emotional depth. Look at his friends, and it's like, that you don't need emotional depth to like whack people in the army. It's fine.
No. That's something I hope that they get right in this one, because it could be fucking great. It really could. Some of the, like, do you know what juice is in a game?
Go on.
So, like,
enlighten.
Yeah, this is like a game dev thing. So with juice, it's like if you have, say, when you punch someone in a game, if you just punched the character and nothing happened, it'd feel really strange. So juice is like having the character shake, having the control rumble, having particle effects that spark off.
Oh, I see.
Little things that make it bounce, stuff move around the screen. It's just a way of adding interest to what's happening, and that was something they were really, really good at, and I feel like they're struggling with that recently,
making actions have weight and stuff like that.
Like when you slammed against the wall and stuff when you got in cover, but it was even to the point of they had like character juice, which sounds really fucking weird, but like when you were Marcus, for example, and you're playing the campaign, if you're shooting over cover and someone like Dom runs in front of you, he's like, "Can you get out of the fucking way, please?" It's like, "You're blocking my shots." Like that is no.
With dumb AI, that happens a lot.
Yeah, it does. So they've made light of it, and it's interesting that they chose to do that, because that's something you could just miss out altogether. Yeah, but it was something that made you feel, oh, this character's a bit more real. Yeah, it's like a personality 100% thing.
Agree, yeah.
Well, that's last minute polish. That it doesn't do anything for the game. It's just something for the player, and I think that's something they need to get right for 5 to make sure they capture the essence of any of the new characters or the ones they introduced in 4.
Yeah, well, that juice, as you call it, I'm using.
Juice. It's not just me. It's what whole internet.
Oh, right, never mind. But yeah, so like the juice, it just makes the game that much more special. Yeah. So if it didn't have that, it's still, you'd play it, but it wouldn't be as memorable when you think of it again. It doesn't have that. It sticks in your head. Yeah. Like the characters especially, which is quite nice. That's why I like Red Dead 2, one of my favorite games of all time now, just because like I cared about everyone. Yeah. Even these characters I met once or twice, it was just like, oh, I remember you. You're pretty cool. And or like when people are sad, you're like, I actually want to sit and have a conversation with them and like
give you a hug and make it okay.
Yeah, everything's fine. Bam, headshot. Bam!
Do you know anything about Cyberpunk 2077?
Does anyone know anything about Cyberpunk 2077?
It doesn't seem like anyone does, and I'm struggling to find much information about it.
So it's going to be... Is it, I think, third-person shooter?
I think so.
Third-person over the shoulder, with a cool-ass car. Looks like the DeLorean.
It's like Blade Runner and...
Witcher.
No, what's the other film? Ghost in the Shell. It's like Blade Runner and Ghost in the Shell sort of like meshed for visual style. Yeah. And then, like The Witcher, that kind of big sprawling world, I guess.
From what I saw, it looks pretty promising because they did show off the gameplay. I just hope that they don't have that thing where they put loads in the trailer that you just can't do. Yeah. Because that happens so much. Like the original Watch Dogs, speaking of Watch Dogs before, call back. They showed so much in that initial trailer, and Ubisoft are absolutely notorious for their downgrades of literally every game they release, every single one. I just hope it's not like that. But CD Projekt Red are like a great company with great actual like thought going into their games. Yeah. So I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, fingers crossed they don't. Yeah. I know that they've said that the game's changed a lot since the reveal.
I'd be all right with that.
That could be either way. I just hope it doesn't turn into another EA clone, like the whole fucking liberating camps around the city again. It's like, we don't just need another Crackdown.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see not. Give me something like a new, interesting world that actually has a different gameplay for a change.
Yeah. What would you count as interesting though in that zone of cyberpunk? Because there's obviously the similarities between now and then.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that everything's the same apart from everything's neon.
Yeah, everything.
But what can you do?
You've got a metal arm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they could. It depends what they're doing with the characters. I mean, if you're sort of like bio-augmented, it'd be cool to see something like uploading your consciousness into a computer. Then you can use it to go into other characters, or
that would be
move around
cool
through security cameras and. Yeah, there's different things you can work into it.
That was way better than my example.
All right.
We're just going to glance over mine. Never mind.
God, I want to know it now.
No, I don't know. It's fine.
All
I
right,
thought you meant just like, I'm a car now.
No. I'm a car.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Sorry, I've got that from like a very game design
No,
standpoint.
that's fair. Yeah, you got me.
Yeah. And what else have we got? Oh, fucking Jedi Fallen Order.
Do we know anything about
We
this?
do now.
Ooh,
They leaked the trailer
baby.
yesterday. Yes, so we didn't know anything. Even in my notes here, I've got written, we haven't seen any gameplay, but people have compared the gameplay to Dark Souls, so I'm even more excited now.
That'd be pretty damn cool.
Yes, I've seen the gameplay trailer, watched it this morning, and it does look awesome. The only thing that looked like it needed tightening up was a bit of the wall running. In my opinion, it may just be the animations that weren't finished just yet, and it may feel great to play it. It might just need tightening up, like giving a bit more juice.
Juice.
Give me that juice.
Jesus.
Sorry.
But how does something that's always got me with Star Wars and the games especially? So in the films, you get hit by a lightsaber. Whatever you get hit in is gone.
Yeah.
It's just a superheated sword, basically.
It's just a superheated sword, yeah.
Just one of those everyday superheated sword.
Every day, yeah.
How are they going to do that with combat? Because it's the same with Superman. I know Jono loves Superman, so sorry, Jono. Superman's the worst character you can put in a game.
Yeah.
Or a film, because whatever you put him in, your story revolves around whatever his weakness is this time.
Yeah. No, I
So
understand.
the Jedi fall into that same issue of as soon as you get combat involved, like, right, so you hit someone once with a lightsaber, that's it. Unless you can deflect every single attack. And there's always going to be some jank, especially with like animations and stuff, where it's not going to work. And how is that gonna? You can't just have like we're in a fight, bam, right, he's down. That's fine.
I mean, from what I've seen, is there are the normal stormtroopers, which usually come in large numbers that are going to start fucking shooting, and they can do harm to you. So not as I was going to say substantially, but from what I saw, not too much harm. And it very much was like the guy was dashing in and like pulling him towards him with the force and stabbing him and stuff. Yeah. But then there are these specialized stormtroopers, like in Revenge of the Sith, that had those spinning staffs, the robots.
Yeah.
They had like the glowy purple endy jobbies. And
descriptive.
Yeah, so thank you. These guys can't even see my hands that were going like crackly hands. And so that becomes more like the planned combat of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
So like they will counter you and they will get you and they will deflect you, and it looks pretty difficult, to be fair.
No, that's good.
Yeah. They have said that it takes place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Right.
So that's where it sort of falls in with the canon, and apparently it's going to be canon in this universe. And Saul Guerrero, who was in Rogue One, which was what's the actor called? Shit. Anyway, yeah, he's in it. So they're bringing in characters from Rogue One because he didn't have quite a big part in that film.
Okay, that's good. I think people are crying out for a lot of expanded universe stuff since the rest of it's just been shit canned. Can we build some back up, please?
Because we just binned all the books and all the games and all the comics. Everything doesn't take place anymore.
All this wrong.
Fuck that. I do have a qualm.
Go on. Not like you to have a qualm.
I know. The lightsaber is not hot and spicy looking enough. Not enough hot and spice.
Is it just kind of like opposed to?
Yeah, it's not like
that hurt.
Yeah. Sorry. It's not got like the really nice bloom. Like it's not as bright a white set. This is like fucking pernickety into art style stuff.
It's like a blue stick.
Yeah. It's just it's got a bit of a glow, but it's not. It doesn't look really hot and.
Well, it's plasma, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's kind of a shame.
Yeah,
it's like having
it's not bright enough.
It's like having uncool weapons in Dark Souls. It's
It's
like
uncle.
Uncool.
Oh.
Uncool weapons.
This is my uncle weapon.
He's a bastard sword.
Yeah.
Hey.
I have also read that it wasn't initially going to be a Star Wars title. So Respawn are working on this already and showed it to the big high up Mr. Moneyman at EA. And they decided, well, not that they decided, they approached Respawn and said, we'd like to go forward with this sort of little project that you're working on, but we want to bring it underneath the Star Wars sort of family umbrella.
Do you know what'll make you more money? It's like, it's a sticker. Bam, Star Wars.
Star Wars, that's in the... like running around the office.
Yeah.
On the devs' faces.
This desk, $5. Bam, $50. Star Wars.
Doom Eternal.
Doom
Eternal.
I've
Give it, stick it in my peen.
stick it in my peen.
In my peen. Sounding.
Oh no,
Sorry.
no, that's fine. I'm just gonna get up and leave now.
Yeah, never mind. Podcast's over. Bye.
Doom Eternal is gonna be boss.
Yes.
I fucking love Doom.
My jimmies are thoroughly rustled for this one.
Rustle my jimmy.
It rustled, yeah. Everyone knows I'm excited. If they've been listening to the podcast before. I just want to see all these new attacks. So like, you've got this new fucking blade thing, and you've got your fucking shoulder predator cannon, like, turn around, over here, kind of fucking thing. And I want it. And then you got this dash move, so you can like fucking get up in the fight quicker.
Yeah.
Because that was the only thing about Doom, the 2016 one. It had not slow controls, you were reasonably fast.
It was the mobility.
Yeah, you couldn't like, like locking on and dashing around something or that kind of thing.
Yeah, you were always at kind of... It wasn't as bad on PC, because I played it on PC. Because you've always got... you've always got the, like, you can always flick the mouse as much as you want, but as soon as you're on console... When you're trying to play a first-person shooter, seeing as you've always got that consistent turning speed...
You can't just be like flicking your control stick. Like,
well, exactly, yeah. So you're always stuck. Whereas when you've got that dash to the side or anything like that, it gives you that maneuverability. So if you want to shoot one thing and then dash to the side and shoot straight ahead again, you're not moving back and forth. You've always got, like, you can take a smoother angle with your shots, which is good. It just adds, like, that more punctual, like... punishing gameplay for the enemies, not punishing for you.
Yeah.
You're the one doing the punishing.
You are the Punisher. You are the Doom Marine, and you will be worse.
Oh, it's gonna be fucking amazing.
I can't
wait.
Know,
Why would you say this? Now I'm pumped.
I know.
Stop pumping me.
Wait. Is Jono here? Jono's excited at home now. He's like, ooh, men pumping. Have you seen anything about the game called Control?
Yeah, it looks a bit meh to me, to be honest.
I don't know. It's interested me a bit.
Did you play
some of the new stuff I've seen?
What is it called now? The game where you can like control time.
Quantum Break?
Yes, it looks like that.
Isn't that the kid who played Iceman? Or Barbie from X-Men?
I don't know. I feel like I should know this.
Yeah, he was Iceman in X-Men. X-Men. That was hard to say. Yeah, I'm sure he was in that. But no, I didn't play that.
Yeah, it looks like another one of those games where there's going to be a bunch of hype. It's going to come out. It's going to get 6s on IMDb. Yeah. 6s on Metacritic, and then it's like, that was a bit of a waste of money. But I'm happy to be proven wrong. Yeah. But it gives me that initial, like, there's nothing special about it. It's like you've got a power we've seen in other games before. Obviously, it's flashier now because it's new. Yeah.
The visuals look really nice.
But yeah, the visuals alone.
Got all, like, crazy shader work and particle effects and like scattering light into rainbow shit. And
if it's not fun, or Metro Exodus is a good example where it's beautiful, it's difficult, but it's fun to a degree. You don't play it for the fun; you play it for the realism and the story, and if you find that kind of thing fun. Yeah. Whereas that looks like it's a technical feat, which is great, but if it's not going to have something that keeps you wanting to play, unless the story's superb or the gameplay's super great, I can't see many people going for that. Like, kids at Christmas. Yeah. I don't see any kids going like, Dad, get me control. Yeah, get me control. I want to see a woman going through a room and freezing people. Like, okay. Or just buy me more Fortnite skins. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's going to be the Fortnite
Which would you rather have?
Yeah. Oh, I definitely don't want anything to do with Fortnite.
I definitely just want to not be on this earth anymore.
If Primark's getting involved with something, no thank you.
Mate, I got a Doom t-shirt from Primark.
Really?
Yeah, it's like £7.
Primark.
That's the license, mate.
Yeah, I'm just going to start stocking them in my shop. Just kit my shop out all fucking gaming t-shirts.
Go to Primark, buy all of the Doom t-shirts, move them to your shop.
Yeah, it's the 40 quid label. Bam!
Whap!
Yeah, whap! License. Star Wars. Fucking on everything.
This is a Doom t-shirt.
Star Wars. Should you? You don't know. So what else have we got? Oh, Outer Worlds is another new game that we've been hearing about by Bethesda.
I'm being overly negative with all of these. It's not Bethesda.
No, sorry, it's not Bethesda, is it? It's
Obsidian.
Obsidian, yeah. The other guy. Didn't they do Fallout?
New Vegas and the originals.
Yes, that's why I got them mixed up.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. And it looks like something... Like, you can tell it's got the vibes of Fallout.
Because it doesn't look great visually?
No, I don't know. Not that it doesn't look good. It's just got a particular style. But it seems like they've twisted it more with like Bioshock style graphics.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like Futurama to me. It reminds me of Futurama, sorry. So it's very much like, this is the future, but also New York's still pretty grim. You know what I mean? When you're looking
It always will be.
Exactly.
Sorry, New York listeners.
It's pretty grim. And it's like, it's set in realism, but obviously there's so much going on that's clearly not real.
Yeah.
But the Outer Worlds, it's made by Obsidian, so I'm going to be super excited to play it because Obsidian are great. They are masters at their craft, which is awesome, and their storytelling and writing is just next to none. Is next to none the right one?
Don't know.
Top class.
Top class. A-star.
100 out of 100.
Platinum gold.
5 out of 5.
6 out of 9.
Good. 6 out of
63.5.
active reload. Yeah, it's going to be great. And from what I can see, I just hope there are more.
There's a lot more comedy in it than the other stuff, which I liked. Like I like the characters, the ones that are actually talking in the trailer. It's like straight away quite funny, and it made it straight away like endearing. It's like I kind of want to know what's going on here.
Yeah, it's like the bit with the two guys, and it's like, you got to make a choice, and he shoots one, and that woman's just stood there like mortified. You just see some guy's face get blown off, and she's like, you didn't have to shoot one, but you do you.
You do you. You do what you want to do.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. That was pretty cool. And we did just speak about one before we started. Destroy All Humans.
Ooh, crypto.
The remaster.
Give me the crip.
It better have the same voice actor, because it's the Invader Zim voice actor and the guy who does Psychonauts. It's Richard Horvitz.
Yeah.
And in the new trailer, you don't actually hear him talk other than singing the fucking sick Rammstein song that's over the top of it.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's the exact same thing, but it's built from the ground up. So they've added more to it.
Yeah.
So, again, going back to Bully, which was, they remade it for the 360.
Yeah, so it's more of a remake than a remaster.
Yeah, so in Bully, they added 2 extra classes and a bunch of, like, not a whole lot of other stuff, but they added extra things.
Right.
Because if you look at Destroy All Humans now, because I played it like 2-3 years ago, again, just because it's super fun. Yeah. It is a bit limited in its scope because there's not a whole bunch to do because of the limitations of the time.
Well, yeah, it was an older game, wasn't it?
So I'm hoping they bring more stuff into it.
I'll tell you how old it was. I never played through it all. I rented it from Blockbuster. Ooh, yes, that's how old it is.
You're going to die in like 6 months.
Yeah, not even that, 6 days.
You're that old.
Yeah, I think I mentioned on the podcast the other week that I found a Blockbuster stamp card that had all the stamps.
Oh,
in,
yeah,
like,
you
my
did.
sock drawer, and I was like, I never used it. Fuck. But I think
you owe me, bitch.
I've heard that apparently there's still one store out there. So I'm just gonna turn up and be like, "Whap! Give me some free shit."
Well, it's the game honoured any pre-orders on Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh, really?
Do you remember that? So when the original pre-orders came out, like years and years ago, so all these people put the money down, and then as soon as it came out that they were going to be releasing Duke Nukem Forever, people were like, I've got it. I've got my pre-order.
I still got it.
I paid for it.
Yeah. Oh shit. No way. They were like, "Fuck! All these people, none of this money now."
All these people. Three people.
We want to play it.
And then they played it, and they're like, "This is terrible.
Yeah. You guys suck.
I want my money back."
Have you heard any more rumors, like things that haven't been confirmed?
Not really. I've not had a massive chance to get onto looking, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, the PC's been
that, and I've been away in Sheffield.
Yeah.
So. Sheffield.
Yes.
It's either old or it's new.
The wonderful birthplace of Sean Bean, where everyone talks like in Game of Thrones.
I couldn't really understand anyone.
No,
I tried to stay away from them.
Yeah.
I went for the Winter Gardens. That was interesting.
Yeah.
It's just pretentious kids everywhere. It's a bit awkward.
That's university kids.
Yeah.
They're the new level of hipsters that are like way more hipster than the other hipsters before.
You can tell I'm getting old. They have to make their own trousers.
I know, yeah. And it's like they don't drink almond milk anymore.
They just like grate it into the mouths and hope for the best.
We just grate almonds now, straight onto the toast. One of the rumours that I have heard is that Fable is to be in the works. In what capacity, we don't know. It's going to be like a remake or a reboot, or it could be like Halo, Fable 4, because I know that Playground, the studio behind the games, has hired like a whole second team.
Right, that's interesting. Oh, they might be working on Black and White.
Could be. Yeah, they did Black and White.
That'd be nice.
Yes.
That's Lionhead though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Lionhead sort of turned into Playground, didn't it? Because Lionhead went burp.
They went under hard.
Under hard. Oh, God! Just like straight down.
What's Peter Molyneux now?
Don't know. Pete, give us a shout, man. Where you at?
What's going on, dude?
Go on the podcast.
He's eating avocado on toast.
Probably,
hipster.
Yeah. I want to get Grant Kirkhope on the podcast too. did all the music for Banjo Kazooie.
Oh,
all the
yeah.
Rare music. I'd love to have a chat with him.
Yeah. Are you any closer to doing that?
Maybe. We'll see. And
Just
you
that
guys
one.
know him?
I am not.
Yeah, I am not.
I've not even started yet.
No. I did get asked to go on another podcast the other day, though, so I'll be going on there soon.
Did you? Mate, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, man. Well, you're part of it too. We'll get you on too.
Oh, mate, jeez.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shiz.
Also, this is something. If you're looking to bolster your handheld gamies, doing the hand motions again.
Okay.
Yep. Can you see it? Can you feel it?
This is weird.
you
It's
feel
not
it?
staring into my eyes.
You like that? That's basically the motion I was doing. Yeah, they are talking about putting The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt on the Switch. It's left me a bit concerned.
I gave Hazz a quizzical look.
Yes, I know, you were like, huh?
What?
Because like it struggled to play properly on the Xbox
On
and
anything.
on the PlayStation because it was so graphically intense.
Yeah, so would you want to play something that's that lower down on graphics that it should be? Because it's not going to be, because it's a 720 screen, right?
Yes,
Switch.
on the, yeah.
Which is, they're going to have to do some significant downgrades to get that world there. Or they're going to have to like whack in loading screens.
Maybe. Unless they're going to sort of have this to bring up the fact that they might be launching a new Switch at E3 this year.
Or like the Switch Pro or something.
Which is like the more powerful one. So it's got a 1080 and it can do 4K. And because I heard the other day, which I wasn't aware of actually, that technically the Switch is next gen.
Through age or...
Yeah, they got stuff out. I thought they were late getting out their current gen stuff.
Okay.
But that was the Wii U, which came out early. When the Xbox One and the PS4 came out. I wasn't aware of that, so I thought the Switch was sort of late to the party to be that generation. So I thought they were always going to be like slightly behind with everything they're doing next.
They are the first in that
Yeah,
generation.
but it turns out they're up there. And I should have really known that for Nintendo, because they're always striving to be weird and first.
Yeah.
Cardboard gaming and all that shit.
Yeah, I'm glad that Nintendo have got their own little niche, which just so happens to be the most mainstream of the niches.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's like, we'll do this thing that no one expects, and then it just becomes a hit overnight. They're so talented.
They are good at that. It's just because they go like, what's this fucking weird idea we could do? Oh, you guys are going to fucking love it. You all got to buy it. And then everyone's just like, oh yeah, I want some of that.
Give it to me.
Yeah. I need that cardboard. Put it on my face.
Whap it on.
Whap it. Yeah, so that's just fucking Nintendo for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Because The Witch is great. However, yeah, there's just too much going on with it. I can't see it working. Like, they'd have to take out a lot. Or they just have to drop it down too much, I think. Because have you seen the Oculus Quest?
Yes.
So the Oculus Quest runs off of, which is the standalone VR headset, just to clarify for anyone listening. So it has the controllers and the headset. Headset doesn't require any external power or anything. It's literally it's all built in. But it's got the reduced quality opposed to if you're using just a normal Oculus or the Oculus S. Is it the S?
I don't know what the other one's called. I can't remember.
It's like the Oculus +1 or some shit. Whatever the name is. So you don't have the graphical fidelity, but you can play VR wherever you want for like 3 hours, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's really
But
cool.
it's like, would you rather play The Witcher on the go, which I tend to set aside a few hours if I'm going to play The Witcher, because you can't just nip in, do 20 minutes and then nip out.
Oh, I try, but I get really annoyed when I keep getting killed.
Yeah. Or would you rather like play it on a real,
Yeah.
well, I say real console, but in a
real
dedicated gaming environment,
Yeah,
opposed to like, I'm just going to sit on the train and then fucking...
I don't know about you, but I want to
Walk
play the
30
Oculus.
miles.
I want to play the Oculus Quest on a train. Just stopping at a station, like, oh fuck! Like,
trying to get ticketed, like
yeah.
not in the virtual world.
we don't have tickets in this realm.
You get arrested.
yeah. Get like dragged out through a virtual world.
That'd be a really it's like all the like safe boundaries, like
Yeah.
you're leaving the area, like I know.
Oh God, help!
Getting arrested in VR, that'd be a good sketch.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
Let's,
yeah.
get on it.
Pretty funny.
Oculus, send us a free quest.
Yeah, we'll do it for you. We'll record it. Shout you out. There's been further Switch rumors as well in the Switch camp that Microsoft and Nintendo may finally be playing nice, and that Rare, obviously now owned by Microsoft, is rumored to be allowing Banjo Kazooie in the new update of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Ooh.
Because they're like fucking perfect characters.
They are, yeah. Well, did you ever play... Sorry, everything I say is just like a complete caveat to something else. Did you play PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale?
No.
That was effectively...
PlayStation did that?
Well, yeah, fair. That's a Switch... Not Switch. A Smash Bros. Rip-off.
Yeah. Ah, right, okay.
Well, I say rip-off. Just different characters. It's basically the same mechanics. But they had all the PlayStation characters.
All right, that's still pretty cool.
It is cool. However, people like Abe from Oddworld weren't in it. Crash wasn't in it because he's not owned by Sony anymore. Which sucks. They did have like Sir Daniel Fortescue from
Medieval.
Fucking love Sir Dan. That's getting a remaster.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that is. I cannot wait. I love that game series so much. I've just finished the Resurrection on PSP again recently.
Because that's very much in the era of like Banjo and Crash. It's those classic games, like when Donkey Kong 64 came out, and it was when all those good games were out at the same time.
The reason I'm saying it is because I want all those characters to come back. Yeah. Even if they're not in their own games, it's nice to keep them there because they're where it all started. Yeah. Especially like the PS1, because their mascot was meant to be some like big fucking like pink crystally man.
Crystally man.
It's to show off how many polygons the PS1 could render, and it was like a technical explanation. And then people were like, "We like the Bandicoot," and they're like, "Fine, have the fucking Bandicoot."
The weird orange guy.
Look at him. He says, "Whoa." Whoa.
I just like the mask that went Udabuka.
Yeah, it's Banjo and Kazooie in that would be really good.
Yeah, they would. I mean, their gameplay was perfect for that style of game anyway. Because I mean, they were the
collectathons.
Yeah, well, even it was like more than Link. Like, yeah, he was a combat thing, but Banjo Kazooie was 3D platformer.
Yeah.
So you had all like the different moves and the flying and the shooting eggs and the ground pounds and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I don't know why they didn't do it sooner, especially when Banjo and Kazooie, obviously, was rare at the time. They were N64 exclusives. So why didn't they just put them in that? Like, why did they choose Captain Falcon over Banjo and Kazooie?
Well, I guess. I mean, you could just whack James Bond in it. Or Oddjob or something like that. You know, if you're going for classic characters, smash them.
Throw in the hat.
Yeah, that'd be so good. Yeah. The special ability is just like the screen turns into GoldenEye and you get the bars at the side and you just got to shoot everyone.
That'd be well good.
Like Duck Hunt.
Did you ever play Nightfire?
Nightfire. I recognise the name, but no.
They released 2 Bond games in 1 year. It came out at the GameCube era, so it was GameCube and PS2, I think, and it was Nightfire and Agent Underfire.
I remember Agent Underfire.
Yeah, apparently that one was wanky peps.
Probably, yeah.
I'll let you choose what that word means. And Nightfire was really, really good. And the multiplayer was really cool. And there was this one particular level that me and Will, who was on the other week, on our last guest episode, used to play when we were kids. And it was this giant sort of snowy ravine. It was called Ravine. It was actually called Ravine. It was a giant snowy ravine with a castle at one end and like a mansion at the other. And it had like a big snowy bridge between it of like a rock path that was really thin. And we just used to play as 2 odd jobs, one at either side, just throwing the hats across the bridge at each other, just like dodging these fucking hats. Because they like go dink and like stick in the wall because they've got metal brims. And every time you got him, he just went. The death sound.
That's awesome.
I fucking love that game.
That's like Time Splitters, those timeless.
Yeah. Iconic.
Yeah, it's so good.
I never actually played the first Time Splitters. I never played the second.
Yeah, same here. But it was good enough for me to not worry.
Yeah. The third one wasn't as good.
Was that Future Perfect?
Yeah.
I never played that one. Sadly.
And then 4 was scrapped, wasn't it?
Yeah, from what I remember.
They leaked a logo. I remember that was the monkey face, like going, oh, with the Gears of War cog around it, like painted on a wall. That was going to be the logo.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
It's a shame it never came out. I would have loved to have played that.
Yeah, well, it's like PT. That's never coming out.
No, it's not coming out.
I want the spoops.
Yes, those spoops.
Give me those spoops.
Yeah, we did play that. That was pretty cool.
Speaking of spoops, what's going on with the spoofiness?
Spoofiness. Oh.
Spoofiness.
So. I'm having problems getting us into the old manor because apparently another ghost hunting team has a contract.
I never thought I'd hear that.
I know, exactly.
That sentence in my life.
So I'm struggling to get us in there. I'm trying to see if I can get us into the new manor, which when I say new, it's still like 16th century, but it's just not as old as the other one. But it's bigger, it's giant, it's fucking huge. I'll try and upload a picture onto the social medias of the place I'm trying to get us in. But I had another member from the council visit me in the shop the other day that's trying to get us into the courthouse in Knutsford, into the basement under there. Now, the courthouse was where Alan Turing was actually sentenced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I know that 5 people were hung in there. So apparently they see a lot of stuff, but it's actually a hotel now.
Oh, okay.
And they've opened a restaurant at the side of it.
Sorry, you said 5 people hung in there. I just started laughing. I'm so sorry.
Big old dicks.
How did they know?
Yeah. check this out. Wow, just like
Oh, me too.
Oh. Yeah, so their logo is like these 5 bowler hats, which are the 5 hats of the people that were killed in there, apparently.
Oh.
So yeah, they're going to try and get us in there, and I've had an
Cheery.
email. I know, yeah. So I think we'll go down there and like film a thing in the daytime, get us all stood outside, and then we'll obviously go in at the night time and see what we can find.
That sounds wonderful.
I know, it should be fucking horrible.
I'm not scared now, obviously, but it's one of those things.
Be
that's
afraid.
Like, I'm not going to be scared.
Give
it's
us some
fine.
fear.
And then I'll get there, and I'm just like,
oh God, send me help. Yeah, no, it's going to be fucking scary.
Help.
Yeah, I love all the fucking creepy shit like that. One of the new game trailers gave me a bit of spoop.
Which one?
Baldur's Gate 3.
I did not watch that trailer yet.
It's fucking weird, man. Like I remember the other games. Sorry, the clacking there. I remember the other games. I don't think I ever played them. I remember seeing them like in game on the wall when I was a little kid, being like, "Ooh, what's that?" And I don't remember ever seeing any of the characters though. And I think I thought at the time it was just like another Oblivion kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever see any of them?
No, I've seen them about, and I'm aware that they're critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
But it's one of those where I think maybe I'm just a bit too young to have... Like, if you saw them when you were a kid on the walls, that was like 3 years.
Yeah, you couldn't
before
walk at
me.
that point. You wouldn't see them on the walls.
Didn't even have eyes at that point. They'd not come in yet.
No. This is my son. He's not come into his face yet.
Like a raccoon cornered my eyes after being born.
It's small and fuzzy.
I've just learned stuff about raccoons recently.
Yeah.
Some guy on YouTube's got a pet raccoon, and I was looking at the videos
Mate,
when I was
they're
meant to
awesome.
be editing.
Yeah.
I was like, uh-oh.
Hey, the video's got done. It's all right. Yeah. So I know that Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be coming out, and they, again, instead of waiting for E3, they just released a trailer before, which everyone seems to be doing, and I don't know why.
What's the point of E3?
No, I know. That's supposed to be the point when you show everything off in one go, and everyone's like, oh, big fucking excitement.
Yeah, but now everyone's like, no, I don't give a shit
Yeah,
about
we
this.
saw
You've
that
already
on
showed me
YouTube
the
2 days
interesting
ago.
part. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Don't want to hear you talk about it, because most people don't care about the deving side behind it. Most people just want to have a look at the game and see if they can play
It's
it.
just gamers about, innit? So they're not interested.
Yeah.
You should do all that stuff on the side.
Yeah.
So that people who are dedicated to it want to see it, opposed to like releasing trailers straight before. What's the point of the event? All these people that paid for passes.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
You can watch it from home.
Yeah, it's just like, what's the point? Like, all these people have rocked up, like, oh, I can't wait to see what announcements and stuff. There might not be that many, me. But it's just like, yeah, that's really harsh.
It is. I think there's going to be some big super announcement, and that's why Sony were like, oh, I'm not fucking staying around for this.
Yeah.
This is going to fuck us over. We ain't spending millions on that E3
I
pass.
don't want to get blown out of the water.
Yeah, I know.
That's the worst kind of thing to be blown out of.
Yeah, exactly. Other than an airlock.
That's not blown, that's sucked.
That sucked. I'm sorry.
Same thing.
Same thing, just from the other direction. Wait, so who's the blower and who's the sucky?
The sucky.
Yeah.
They're getting sucked into the vacuum of no one gives a shit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I like that. I'll stick with that.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. No, I like that. Like I said, I haven't played any, but in the trailer we do. So you said you haven't watched it.
No.
I'm not going to ruin it too much, but there's a guy who goes through some sort of weird transformation into this weird squid thing.
Oh, he's like a Cthulhu-esque.
Yeah,
I've
it
seen
is
like
very
a
Cthulhu-y.
screenshot.
Yeah. So it's a guy who transforms into that, and it's very like The Thing kind of grotesque body horror. Like he's sort of morphing, and it's really well animated. It looks really cool. Just from that, it did get me excited, even though I've never played the other ones. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to check out. Yes, so I
Sounds
think
pretty decent.
it's so decent. The last rumor that I'm probably the most excited for, and that's why I've said it for the last, is the possibility of seeing what George R.R. Martin's been working on with From Software.
The Souls-like games.
Yes. It was titled initially as Great Rune until like this morning when they fucking leaked the poster and the title and have said what it's about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, enlighten me.
So the leak sprung, the new title and, and poster. It says that the game is going to be called Elden Ring. So ELDENRING. So you should be able to find the poster if you check that out.
It's like Elden Ring, and the first thing's like Reddit.
Yeah, straight to it. Yeah, so we know that obviously the rumor was before that we didn't know it was going to be From Software. It was rumored to be, but it wasn't confirmed. But now it has been confirmed. So George R. R. Martin, From Software, and published by Bandai Namco. I don't want it.
It's just, sorry, there's a picture of like Elden Ring, the like poster, And the next to it, Jon Snow's face just zoomed in saying, I don't want it.
I don't want it. I never wanted it.
Poor Jon Snow, just like every time he loses the title, he doesn't want it, he gets a bigger one.
Yeah, and he's like,
Started off as a pot washer, now I'm the king.
I know, shit. Yeah. The gameplay of it has been described as an open world experience where you explore various kingdoms, killing the rulers behind each kingdom, which allows you to unlock their abilities or supernatural powers.
It's just like Usurper 2.0.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, so someone pointed out that the logo of all the circles that are overlapping, as opposed to them being rings, you think of more like crowns.
Okay.
So it's like these three crowns overlapping, then there's one like linking them all together, and then you think there's a giant one over the top. So it's like you're collecting these crowns to take over these powers, which is kind of what they explored in Dark Souls 2 with the Crown of the Iron King, Ivory King, and Sunken King, I think it was.
Sunken King, I think so.
Yeah. I think they were the three that they did.
Dark Souls 2 was a piece of shit. It's such a shame.
It wasn't that bad.
I was so excited for it.
Yeah, I know I was.
It's the least Dark Souls feeling Souls game.
Yeah, it just doesn't control right, that's all.
No.
But like, it wasn't Miyazaki though, was it? Good old Hidetaka.
Oh, well.
So he's been working on this one. And obviously coming off Sekiro. They actually said that this is one of 2 games that they're working on after Sekiro, but they've not elaborated on what that is.
Is it Sekiro or Sekiro? I think it's Sekiro.
Sekiro if you're doing the Japanese. Sekiro if you're doing the Japanese pronunciation.
Right, okay.
Which literally means one-armed wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they haven't...
Hashtag trivia.
Oh, there you are. Burrito that bitch. Yeah, so they haven't said what this other game is. So I'm doing it fucking here first. Again, another burrito prediction. We've had other ones that have been right. I think it's going to be Bloodborne 2. Really do.
I think it might.
That's got to be the next one.
It had too much hype.
Yeah, people
around
fucking
the first
loved
one
it.
for it to not have a second one. Get back to Yharnam.
Yharnam.
Well, you wouldn't be back to Yharnam though because it was the dream.
Exactly.
The hunters. So who would it be?
I don't know.
Well, actually, yeah, because it's in a world of hunters. But again, they could just do what they did in the Dark Souls ones, where you went from being the Chosen Undead to the Ashen one.
Yeah, I actually quite like that. I thought that was quite cool.
Yeah, what was the one in 2? What was your what was the point of your existence in 2?
That one where it's like goes seek lest when you just keep skipping the dialogue for the.
Oh no, you were just some bloke, weren't you?
Yeah, I think you were. You're a guy who jumped down this fucking like portally thing that was never seen again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Game of Thrones where the bodies are arranged in like the first episode.
Yeah.
The bodies are arranged in that weird shape. And you're like, oh, I wonder what that is. And then you get to season 8 and you're like, that was fucking pointless.
Yeah, never find out.
It meant nothing.
It was actually kind of like the Targaryen sigil.
Was it?
If you look at when it's flaming on the wall, it's even got the 3 like heads of the dragon on fire. And then the three tails and stuff.
All of the dead kids and stuff on the ground.
Yeah, the ones that are pinned to the... No, the ones that are pinned to the wall in season 8 that are on fire. I'll show you a screenshot after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Fair.
Yes.
Have you heard that Valve are having a first-party VR release this year?
No, didn't know that.
Yeah, they've announced they'll be having... I think it's just the one by them, maybe. I could be wrong.
It's Half-Life 3. It's Half-Life 3, isn't it?
If Half-Life 3 was VR, like, you had to have the eye-tracking Vive Pro. Yeah. That'd make me so happy just to see how angry people would be. It's like, I wouldn't even get it. I'd just be there like, you guys are fucking dicks. You guys suck.
Yeah, no, you can imagine people fighting over themselves to get... Like, stock would be running out everywhere of probably those because people wanted to get it right away.
Even if it was awful, it'd just be one of those things where at least it's done.
Yes.
Yeah. We won't talk anymore about Half-Life 3 because I'm just going forever. I nearly kicked my drink over.
That's all right. So have you heard any more about it? Do we know what it's going to entail?
I'm not too sure. I read that they're going to be just releasing a first-party title, which is going to be big. Valve don't really half-arse anything.
No, they don't.
Unless it's Artifact.
Yes.
So we'll ignore that.
Yeah, we'll ignore that one. When we like Left 4 Dead VR?
Maybe. There's a lot of stuff like that. There's got to be something different, though, because if you look at Justin Roiland's new game, Trover Saves the Universe, that's got really good reviews because it's a simple concept, which is like a hack and slash game with VR elements, whereas you can actually play it on just a TV as well.
Oh, cool.
If you wanted to instead. Yeah. But because it does that simple thing really well, that's great.
Yeah.
And it's got Justin Roiland in it, so the comedy's amazing.
Yeah, obviously.
Classic. But then you've got... If they're releasing a first-party game, this is going to be interesting because they've got to either think of something new or they've got to do something simple really well. And with Valve, if it involves any of their universal characters, like the ones from Portal, Half-Life, Left 4 Dead, anything like that, I'd be really happy with it because those characters are so likable. Team Fortress. If it was a Team Fortress game,
Team Fortress VR.
Those fucking characters are so good.
Yeah, they are pretty funny.
But,
I've never played it. I've watched other people play it, but it's one of the games that
the game's not that good.
Is it not? No.
No, everyone says that it is, but everyone's wrong.
Okay.
It's a free-to-play game, so there's not really any progression.
Okay.
So if you wanted a game like not Call of Duty is a good example because you get through and you get all your different skills for your classes and your weapons. TF2 is literally just like you might get these weapons.
Oh, right, okay.
But you most likely won't. And then your goal is to get these really expensive hats.
Yeah, I know there's hats. I know about that.
Yeah. That's
and
it.
that's it. It's all
and the
hats.
economy doesn't work.
No. My brother lent in yesterday as I was getting my stuff ready for today's episode. And he made a point that usually we get an announcement from something in the Bioshock universe every 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been 3 years since the collector's edition came out. So he thinks there might be something coming out newsworthy from
very
those.
good shout.
Yes. So I'm kind of hoping we see a bit more of the Rapture universe. I never played Infinite. I know it's supposed to be really good. People have shouted at me a lot to play it. Sorry, guys, I've still not played it.
It's decent.
Yeah. It's the world of Rapture that I loved. That was what drew me to Bioshock initially because it's such a cool concept.
I prefer one over. Sorry,
yes.
Infinite.
Yeah. I don't know which I preferred out of 1 and 2. I like the fact of being a big daddy in 2. I thought that was quite cool.
Being alpha.
Yeah, I liked having the big drill.
Oh, baby.
Like, fuck you, bitch. Yeah.
It is
cool.
It was really good. I've got the collector's edition downstairs with the vinyl in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan's also always getting his vinyl shit. It's fucking cool.
John getting his vinyl shit out.
Yeah, I know, yeah. He got a little box out last time I was here. And it was like that scene in Shaun of the Dead where you start throwing them at zombies and shit.
Yeah, no.
Actually, you did give me a vinyl, which I still really appreciate, and it was the 2001 soundtrack and the Star Wars soundtrack on one vinyl.
Yes, yeah. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna frame it. I've got it. I do want to put it in a little frame on the wall.
Nice, do it.
I will.
Put a picture up when you've done it.
I will.
Put a picture up of the vinyl.
I will. I'll do it. That vinyl though.
That vinyl
That vinyl though. Hashtag vinyl. Yeah. Also, I know that there's a leak today. I think it was today that we're seeing a remaster of Ni no Kuni.
I didn't play that.
Yeah, Helen got the second one. She absolutely loved it. You have like a little sidekick, this weird little spirity thing, and it's Welsh. It's fucking hilarious.
Why?
Like, oh no!
It's a Japanese game, right?
Yeah, I know, God knows why. It was animated by.
Pick a language, throw a dart at a map.
I guess it's Welsh. Oh shit! Yeah, it was animated by Studio Ghibli.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful game.
That made me want to get it, but I've just never got around to it. Sadly,
it's supposed to be good. So the new one, like I said, Helen said it was really, really good. So, and I know that Bob, one of my other mates, the first one was one of his favourite games. So it's something that I'll definitely be checking out.
Is it a 300-hour RPG, though?
I don't think it's that long.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's reasonably long, but I don't think it's a giant epic.
That's fine. Right, yeah, as long as I might get it, as long as I have to put in 100 hours.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love that kind of thing, and as much as I'm sure it deserves that time, I just don't have that
kind of time.
Sadly.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. That comes to the end of all the predictions that I've ran through today.
All right.
Yes. How long are we up to? Well, we're up to 56 minutes.
All right. Prediction time then.
Okay.
Well, not prediction, just a question. So what do you think, if there is a new Bioshock game, where do you think it's going to be set? And what do you think it's going to be called?
Ooh, that's good. Let's see. Where is it going to be set? Well, we've done under the sea. We've done in the sky.
Ground.
Yes. Space.
Space. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Do you reckon it would be...
Although Prey is pretty much Bioshock in space.
Yeah, I feel like they go back to Rapture just because it's such like an amazing environment. Maybe back to when they were building Rapture.
That was literally what I was about to say.
Yeah, that'd be...
The inception of Rapture.
Before everything goes to shit. Well, or as on the turn of it going to shit.
Isn't that where 2 starts, though?
I think it is, yeah. But... It's the difficulty of 2 doesn't feel like it gave you as much as 1 did.
Yeah.
In terms of the story. It did, but it didn't, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. It's not as good as 1, and you didn't get the same kind of weight behind it.
No, I think it was because you had more characters to connect to in 1.
Yeah, and then...
Like fucking Atlas.
Yeah, I think they'll just go for Bioshock 3 as well if they're doing it.
Yeah, I think... What could we say? I think it'll be something more connecting more connecting factors between Rapture and is it Columbus?
Columbia,
Sorry, not Columbus.
Columbus.
I knew it was one of them.
Christopher Columbus.
Yeah,
just
it's
there.
a C word floating on his back like a big space turtle.
It's built all on his back.
Yeah. Oh, he's dangerous. Watch out. I don't know why he's Scottish. Yeah, so I think it'll be with Infinite. Was it just the DLC that sort of connected it down to Rapture?
No, it was the
universe thing, wasn't it?
It was the end of the
So it was just the
main
end of the main campaign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because did you know Easter egg with this?
Mm-hmm.
You see you can hear Songbird apparently because I watched a YouTube video of it in BioShock 1.
Oh my god!
So Songbird effectively gets teleported. Spoilers. With you and Elizabeth, because you play as Booker.
Yeah.
Down into Rapture, and then
I think you find it's pronounced Rapture.
Rapture. Sorry. Rapture, would you kindly? Yeah. So you go down, and then Songbird drowns in the water outside of Rapture. So in just obviously the watery bit, you're in the not watery bit. It screeches, which apparently if you play 1, you can hear it when you're going to Sandacohen. You can hear the screech it makes.
No way.
Yeah, and I was
Tell my
like,
brother that.
holy shit,
He'll be all over that biz.
If that's true, I don't know if it's just edited or something like that, the video I saw. It might be worth a Google, though.
Yeah, shoot a Goog.
If that happens, that's like 9 years in the making. Or like 6 years, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's fucking attention to detail.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I bet it was something like, from the game dev's point of view, I bet something triggered a sound that they'd forgotten to take out. And it's like, oh, fuck, what the hell's that screeching sound?
He dropped a mug.
Yeah. So then they had to we've got to make another game where you link all the way back and fix that because that's a big mistake.
People are going to notice and then the game comes out.
And then now it's like, oh, look how clever we look now.
Yeah. No one noticed whatsoever.
Yeah, no one even noticed. Yeah,
no.
I bet that's why. So yeah, I think it's going to be when they are linking, it's like the two characters communicating from the Rapture world to Columbia.
Elizabeth. So are you thinking, because it's Jack who at the end of 1 I think he either dies alone or he dies with like all the little sisters around him, like, oh, we love you, and he's like, you. I know,
Jackie Paps.
Jackie Paps, you saved me.
You saved me, Jackie Paps.
Yeah, I don't know, it's
oh fuck. Sorry, guys.
I don't know what it could be. I'm excited. Hopefully, it is something that's going to be something with BioShock because now I am ready. My body is ready.
Ready for E3 now.
Reggie's gone.
I know, man.
Why did I say that?
I had to replace him with someone else. Oh, I want to say just one thing about the Stadia before we finish. It's not actually about the Stadia. It's about the guy presenting the Stadia talk. He's like some fucking robot, man.
Like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, like when he's trying to drink, he's like... It's a fucking dead weird.
I am hydrated.
Yeah, hydrated. Continue. Yeah, whoever he was, the talk, he didn't blink enough. It was like, Stadia is the future. Like, it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, Hazz just stared at me.
Yeah,
like,
you got visibly uncomfortable. You moved your eyes away. You're like,
please don't kill me.
Yes. Right, let's end it there, Jordan. Yeah. Jay Dizzle.
Thank you.
Hoo-hoo. It's been good to have you on, man. Thanks for coming
thank you very much.
Yes. You saved our lives with lack of Jono for this week. And remember, if you want to check us out on YouTube, you can find us as @GriefBurrito again. You can see some of Jordan's wonderful editing on our episodes. All that shit. We've been playing through Super Bunny Man. We've played through... What else we played
Rogue
through?
Legacy.
Rogue Legacy. And we are starting something spoopy. Bit of Dead Space for you.
Yeah, that'll be out on Friday coming.
On Friday, yes.
Which is the... What date's Friday?
The date. That is Friday. That is the 14th.
Yeah.
That's how you say it, like a robot.
That is the 1/4.
1/4 of the month you're in.
But yeah, that's great. Thank you very much for having me on.
All right, thank you, man. We'll see you next time on the Grief Burrito. Goodbye.